We're going to be talking about industrial digitization, automation solutions. I'd invite the panelists to please come up to the stage and take a seat in order of your photograph, please, just so I don't get mixed up when I'm addressing you all. Thank you very much. We'll be starting the session in about a minute as soon as we have the speakers on stage. Thank you. So, Engineer Badr, Mrs. Shireen, Mr. Rakesh, and Mr. Abdulaziz, please come up. Thank you. And contributing to Riyadh International Industry Week. Thank you very much. I'd normally like to start these sessions so people can get to know you. I know Engineer Badr from the last few years at the show, so, but we have some new faces today. But for everybody in the audience, could you just tell us a little bit about yourself? I know Mrs. Shireen has been voted as one of the top women in Africa, so that's a feather in her cap. But let's start with Engineer Badr, shall we?
Sure, very well.
Can I ask you to go quite close to the microphone? Thank you very much.
I can bring the microphone. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Badr Al Khalifa. I bring in 25 years of experience in the process automation industry, and I'm currently the country manager for Yokogawa based in Dhahran, Eastern Saudi Arabia. And I've been through, as they say, the whole 9 yards in this industry, starting from engineering services, operation management, and also sales and marketing, business development, and overall factory development, and also the product development as well. I'm very happy to be here. Thank you very much.
Ms. Shireen.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Shireen Musallam. So I have a background of mechanical automotive engineering. I used to work for General Motors, building cars, and that was 30 years ago. So when people ask me, I say simply, I'm by education mechanical engineer, by design supply chain, by heart digital transformation, and my brain goes for operational excellence. So I have this mix of working 30 years between automotive training, consultation in many countries, and I was lucky to be chosen one of the 100 top supply chain women in Africa. And I work here with the Ministry of Industry and Consulting Company. We are part of Future Factories program.
So tell us a bit more about the consulting company.
Our company is called Symbios Consulting Group. They call us the missing link, where we help technology provider, clients, factories, anyone who wants to digest, translate it, and make it practical. So we set the strategy, we help companies to understand and help them with ERP technologies, whatever solutions.
Thank you. Mr. Rakesh.
Hi. I take care of the pre-sales and consulting division in Essentio. So I'm a finance postgraduate, and I bring in almost 25 years of experience. I've been instrumental in handling multiple manufacturing implementations across Middle East, Asia Pacific, and to the West.
And you're based in Saudi Arabia?
We have an office in Saudi Arabia. I am based out of my Dubai office.
Thank you. And Mr. Abdulaziz, if you tell us about yourself and Nomas.
Hello everyone, my name is Abdulaziz Al-Sabay, founder of Nomas. Nomas, an AI company. It's born with the belief that factories can think, adopt, and evolve. With the experience of more than a decade in automation and in smart factories, my journey is to reshaping factories from reactive to a proactive. Nomas now is leading the digital transformation in Saudi Arabia and in MENA, and we are focusing on the emerging technologies, IoT and AI and digital twin. And basically our goal is to make factories smart and turn them from traditional to a more proactive and intelligent factories.
Thank you. So I'm going to start with you, Mr. Abdulaziz, on something a bit more meaty in terms of what kind of smart factory or your intelligence solutions. Could you give us a deeper dive and maybe a couple of examples of what you've done so far?
Sure. First, I wanted to explain the infrastructure currently happening in the manufacturing sector. If we think of any industrial, it's shifting to smart because it's easily and it's more IT. But when we talk about factories, you're talking about more protocols, you talk about machines, you talk about connectivity. And this is the bottlenecks. So if we have that connectivity happening, this is where we make factories more smart, more connected, and more intelligent. So we have today a stack of technologies as a NOMAS. What we have an AI-powered smart inspection. So basically what we do here, we reduce cost on factories by placing an AI visual inspections instead of a human inspection. Does that only cut cost? No, it's also increase the quality and productivity of the factories. If you think of any factories, the product at the shelf, at the retail, this is your ambassador. No one knows your factories. No one knows what's happening there. So your representation should be accurate and in the high quality, 99%. And this is what we provide. So the second solution is that the IIoT. So the IIoT, it's basically plugging all the sensors on the shop floor and making the ecosystem of the factories connected to one smart hub where it's communicating one language. And this is previously impossible. And this technology previously, it's detected in Europe or in USA, but now with the 2030 and with the vision of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, the innovation and the passionate engineers are pushing the boundaries in the sector of manufacturing. And we are making it happen. Now the leading manufacturers in Saudi Arabia are working with us. Yep.
Can you give me just one or two examples of some of the work you've done? You don't need to mention brand names unless you want to.
Okay. So this is one factory. Basically, they are doing a can, the top of the can. And once they produce the can, and then they go to the bottle where they squeeze it in to have the gas inside it and sell it to the retailer. So in that can, there used to be a lot of quality issues. For example, scratches, damages, fibers there. What will happen, will make leak on that gas and lost money in the gas, in the bottle, in the equipment, the scrap itself. So what we do, we plug an AI inspection system. We make an ROI for that factory within 8 months. That factories start to know what is the defect type before they just know it's a defect. Why? Because the worker or the manual inspection at the shop floor does not have brain connectivity with the administration. But if you have a smart system that can send data to the IT team or the ARB team, so in that case, the client become more aware of their defect, customer become happy because there is no more defect and there is no more recalls, happy clients and happy company.
And happy you.
And happy me.
Okay, great, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I love examples because, just applying the technology to every day makes the understanding a lot easier for our audience. Mr. Rakesh, as Azentio, for smart factories, I want you to explain that just in a similar way Mr. Abdulaziz did. Tell us about it. Give us a couple of examples, please.
Sure. Smart factories has its roots in Industry 4.0. So it's a concept whereby the factories look upon the data exchange and the intelligent systems are in place. And it is completely automated. So let's see how the automation happens. So what are the parameters for the automation? So anything which reduces the human intervention is considered as an automation. It can be a robotics, it can be a sensor, anything which reduces that information. So what essentially happens is when you have this reduction of human intervention, data pours into the system incessantly. Once you have the data in place, then it's all a matter of writing an algorithm to transform these into different kind of dashboards where we can use big data analytic tools where it can be produced as dashboards and reports to the managers. So that is where the systems that we provide will help you to amass the entire data and provide you big data analytics. So that's what we do. So, and that's what a smart factory is.
And a brief example of a process that you've mastered for somebody.
Sure. So we have done a lot of automations in this space. We have automated a meat manufacturer. We have NDA signed with them, so I will not be able to specify the names, where the complete production process is automated. So right from the bill of materials to the production work orders to the reportings and to the final FG. So here is where we have given them deep insight of what is happening on the production. Since it's a food, there are a lot of parameters which you need to look at. So that's one from a food sector. In Dubai, we are working with some of the government companies where we are talking to the systems, to the PLCs through. So it's a steel manufacturing company. So we are working with them for automating those.
Excellent. Mrs. Shireen, you obviously see, as a consultant, you see a wider landscape than just one factory. And, in terms of, the digital transformation, where are you seeing the kind of most, I wouldn't say most popular, but most adopted technologies, and what are those?
So we see, as consultants, that technology is faster than people. So that's a big issue we have. The main block in all companies is the management and people who take the decisions, because technology is much faster, okay? So people get overwhelmed. I want AI, but you need to be connected, as my colleague mentioned. You need to extract the data and you need to understand your problem. So all the technologies are there. I see ERP people are becoming more aware. They are having the layers of AI and data. Connectivity and IoT is there. It can solve very simple problems and cameras, and you can have this provisioning, data analysis. But I see people now more into trying to read the data, understand, and make use of the data. I always used to say this example. Companies and factories buy fantastic machines, and the PLC has data. At the end of the shift, they reset it. Why? Because they use it as counter for production. And they throw all the data away, okay? I don't see this anymore, which is important. I see companies interested in energy and sustainability, which is important, capturing the data. They started to understand I don't have to buy one solution fits all or one size fits all. It's not magic. So I see it's happening, and I see people are adapting, okay?
So are there particular manufacturing areas like the food area or car spare parts, or where you see greater adoption than other areas?
It differs from country to country, okay? And we work here in Saudi since 2019. I see different industries, and everyone is concerned now about competitiveness. So to be competitive, you need to reduce your cost, and there is pressure about automation. But many companies are revisiting their ERP, which is not bad, because you might have done it wrong and you need to revisit it. Many companies as well are looking at how we can produce more with the same production lines. Some people talked previously about OEE. It's being measured and important. Energy and consumption, productivity per man hour. How can I improve my process? So basically, we tell everyone just two measures. How long does it take you to detect a problem? How long does it take you to correct a problem? My colleague mentioned from being reactive to proactive. That's the answer. What are your main problems? Is it related to delivery? Is it inventory? Is it whatever? So different industries are adapting different things, okay? But still what we lack and what we need to have high-level view, end-to-end, how technology can help you. Because I am worried, and everyone is worried, that I bought this, and become islands, and they don't talk to each other. And biggest problem everyone I see now is facing is integration between solutions.
Thank you. Engineer Badr, you are one of the global leaders in this area. And you've been doing this in Saudi for quite a while now. What are the main benefits for Saudi Arabia besides the competitiveness edge that Mrs. Shireen has talked about?
Well, in order to look at this, we need to look at it as a business as a whole. And when we look at it as a business, we look at two main things. The first will be the business efficiencies and where a value can be created for that business. That's the two main things. Now, if we pick up the topic of the business efficiencies, then there are three main elements that contribute to that. The first will be the operational efficiencies. Now, this is just like what the lady and the two gentlemen have been addressing since we started. The operational efficiencies is an area where we look at the overall business processes. We look at the repetitive tasks and action, and then we try to optimize by automating those actions. We go next to a different level where we think about a function like the supply chain. We look into automating that, linking it to various functions within the organization that would definitely impact the last component that I see that is also very important, the time efficiency, which has to do with the delivery for products on time and getting raw material also on time, reducing a cost of inventory, for example. So I covered one. The other side will be the topic of creating a value. Now, creating a value for a business comes from getting some understanding of all these data, improve the quality of the decisions to be taken, and also look at areas where a product can be improved. It's a topic that I guess I've been discussing since we started today. It's the innovation component of the business. Summing all that together would lead to a sustainable business operation. I have seen it here in the kingdom running extremely very well in industries where the quality of operation is important to the quality of a product, and that will be the oil and gas industry, the high petrochemical industry, and the downstream of those industries as well.
So, I mean, we can see the advantages, but the investment is quite high in the adoption of these technologies. So let's equate that with value, value for the company and the investment.
Well, very well. I've been hearing the investment component as a hurdle into the overall adoption of the digital transformation initiatives that come up. But in fact, I think when we get the business ratios for all the efficiencies that I've just addressed and the value that would be created, I think that would beat any cost to benefit analysis and put the figures into shape, meaning the value will be realized in a very short time for the business. So I basically do not see it as a challenge. It's an investment that will definitely pay back very soon.
And in the short term?
Absolutely.
Wow, okay. Can I next go to Ms. Shireen as a consultant again? When we talk about this whole transformation process, we're looking for business excellence, aren't we?
Exactly.
Yeah. And the example here, we've just talked about building value within that organization. How does that digitization, automation build business excellence?
Actually, it's a very good question because this is what wakes up everyone at night. Yes, board asks the same question, CEOs ask the same question, CXOs. Because sometimes you get technology and you don't use it because give it to people who don't know how to use it, okay? So we always say that technology alone is not the answer. Excellence is the driver for technology. So you need to understand your process. So step one for business transformation, put everyone in a room, look at your process value from start to end. My colleague talks about product design. So you need from design till you have the product on shelf. What is the total value and how technology can help you? In business transformation and business excellence, we need to look at it a whole value chain from end to end. Procure to pay, order to cash, plan to fulfill, and help people take it step by step. Sometimes technology fails, and we as consultants, we know the answer. But if they don't buy in with us, it will not happen. So we need sometimes to take it step by step with proven ROI. And this is, I fully agree with you, because to prove the ROI. I give you a simple example about a floating glass company in the kingdom. They have amazing technologies, but those technologies are siloed and they are not connected to their ERP. Then after we did for them the assessment and digital transformation and SEER and everything, they started to see what they are missing. You bring fantastic engineers, go to a control room, to a SCADA room just to monitor, and technology can do this job. So people wake up that we de-skilled our teams. We hire engineers, we hire scientists, we hire people out of agriculture or flow, whatever, and they work in business, and all they have to do is data entry or just monitor something. Then when management starts seeing it, this is the art of it, and it has to be from a complete vision. Second challenge in business transformation and digital transformation, it's not ending. You will do this today, you will do this tomorrow, third day, maybe technology will sunset. So this is the culture we need to be running. So we need COE, Center of Excellence, responsible for technology and for business transformation, taking care of this happening. With direct care from the board. Because if board don't buy into it, business transformation will not happen.
Ms. Shireen actually used an abbreviation there, ERP. Is everybody familiar with that concept or that software platform? Could you just explain it and how it links into this whole transformation process, please?
Yes. Which one you want me to explain?
ERP.
ERP, yes. In any organization, think about it's like human. It's like me and you. We have backbone connected to our body, connected to our head. You have your cells, which get the signal. You push the blood, and there is a brain. As simple as that. Go to organizations. We have system to take the order from clients, and we take care of our procurement, but we know nothing about production. We know nothing about the warehouse. Okay? Then it's not connected. Your enterprise resource planning could be tier 1 like SAP, Oracle, or whatever. Could be tier 2, could be Odoo, could be Dynamics, could be whatever. It's connecting your backbone. It's like the backbone of the organization. It's how you get your financial statement, how you process your orders, how you plan. So this has been there since World War, MRP. It started on Excel and became systems, huge system all over the world. Your enterprise resource planning takes care of your process, of your financial statement, of your inventory, of everything in the organization.
Including HR as well.
Including your HR, including your human capital, including your customers, your CRM.
Yeah.
This is the main platform. This should be connected to the technology. You cannot wake up with having long leg and very short, one tall and one short. You cannot walk, okay? One hand with 5 fingers, one hand with 1 finger, one eye. No, you cannot live like this. So you need to rethink about your ERP, because the statistics say, I have to say it, that 70% of companies in US don't have the proper ERP.
So if anybody wants more information, Google Enterprise Resource Platform.
Yes.
And it'll give you a much better idea of the whole process that Madam Shireen has been talking about.
Thank you.
So I'm going to now turn to Mr. Rakesh, and the cloud ERP solution that you provide, We haven't taken away your thunder. I just want to get people to have an understanding. But you tell them how it's all working with your solution, please.
Yeah. We are in this market for 4 decades. We started our operations in 1988 in Dubai as a small software which provided information to some of the trading companies. From there, we have grown leaps and bounds. We have close to some 1,200 installations across the globe. We have almost some 20 offices across the globe. So what essentially that translates to our customers and to our prospects, we have ample experience in implementing these ERP solutions. So with these 1,200 installations, our consultants are fully trained from the factory. They know what each of the manufacturing companies are looking for. They come with the best practices that each of these companies should follow. So what we essentially do is we have a consulting arm within our company which lays down the foundation for the ERP platform. So we bring in all these practices, and since the technology is on the latest platform, the other technology aspects which we are talking about, the integrations, the IoTs, the PLCs, all of these can be easily connected on top of this ERP platform. So that way you lay your foundation well, and it's a very agile platform. It can be very scalable, and we help you to do the digital transformation.
Thank you. I'm going to turn to Mr. Abdulaziz because we know that there's the 4,000 factory program in Saudi Arabia. And there might be people sitting in this room now going, wow, that sounds amazing. I can get some money from the government and be digitally transformed. But your company obviously is taking people from the old factory processes all the way through to some kind of digitization, efficiency, increased productivity. Could you just give us a step-by-step kind of idea of how you help these people go from old to digitized?
Yes. First of all, we have to understand how the factory operates. Any factory in this world operates in this structure. They plan stuff, they execute stuff, they inventory stuff, they monitor stuff, and then they go to the ERP to check on the customer happy or not. Okay? This is cycle, any factory. And inside the factory, what they have? They have shop floor, they have a facility, and they have the ERP. So now we know the process, and we know what's in the floor. Applying the first principle, we know that the problem is the connectivity between the IT and the OT. We have business operating, we have people at the shop floor are not communicating. Back to my explanation about how the factory operates, if there is a work order jumping from the ERP to the machine, this is done by paper. So basically someone writing that order and then make it to that machine and be executed, and after it's executed, there is a human writing all the defects and what was the speed, and handle it to that inventory guy to inventory the stuff and then give it back to the ERP team. So there is two terminologies that people sometimes misunderstand. There is a digital manufacturing and there is smart manufacturing. So digital manufacturing, basically it's going to paperless. What I have explained, instead of having papers around your ecosystem, it has to be paperless. This is you can call yourself as a digital factory. And a smart factory, basically, after you applying the digital transformation, you can plug all that data to an AI tool that gives you an information. And instead of raw data or let's say your decision making previously used to be on paper or historical data, it starts to be more on the data driven. What we are doing in the environment of the factories, basically, we connect the IT with the OT. This is the first step we do. We unified the protocols. We unified the data. We know that the shop floors has so many protocols and so many configuration. And as she explained, the ARB system needs some information, but they have leaks of communication. That's why we created an infrastructure. It's called Smart Hub. So Smart Hub, basically, it's a hub inside the factory, connect all the ecosystem inside the factory, so they can speak one language, and anyone in the ecosystem can reach the data with ease, without hassle of point-to-point integration. Previously, what happened is that, I don't know if people know the ISA 95, it's basically the ARB and the MES, the SCADA, the PLC, and the sensors. What previously happening, it's called linear integration. To integrate from the ERB system to the shop floor, you need to have a broker. And this cannot be scaling. And this kills innovation. And what we are doing now, we're creating Smart Hub to break that barriers, which is all traditional. It does not exist in the smart manufacturing. And we are doing it. No one names factories are working with us on this.
I like that expression, smart up. It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah, excellent. Well, you heard that here first, okay? Engineer Badr, Yokogawa are innovating all the time. We're coming near the end of the session. I just wanted to give the audience some of the key innovations and processes that you are advocating in Saudi Arabia, and how that will help Saudi.
Very well. Well, our core business is to cater in general to the manufacturing industry with process control systems. Now, the process control systems are evolving and developing, serving layer 2.5, layer 3 in the pyramid of the automation technology. But the trend overall is changing and moving from the conventional automation into the autonomous operation right now. So there is a bit of a new generation coming up in the process control industry, which is instead of operating on the basic conventional automation, it is moving into autonomous automation. And let me just highlight the difference between the two. Autonomous is not by any means a medical term. It's basically a term that means that the operation will be operating in executing tasks in a sequence with zero human intervention between that. Whereas the automation, although it's automatically operating and executing those tasks, but there is a human intervention is required at its minimum, at least to monitor the overall process. So the innovation is, or the new wave of innovation is coming to address the autonomous control systems, and this is the upcoming trend nowadays in the process automation industry.
Thank you. We're coming near the session, but I want each of you, sorry, we're done.
I took too much.
2 minutes each, okay?
Okay.
Trends in terms of transformation, Mrs. Shireen, 2 minutes, please.
So if we talk about factories, if specifics, there is an indicator called SIRI, Smart Industry Readiness Index, and it's helping factories to see where they are digitized or smart by the level. Is it autonomous or is it smart? So basically, we have a small digital book. It's with my colleague Dina. Dina, can you show it we have so many copies, if you can take the copy, because I hate to give abbreviations that talk about things, IoT and those things people don't know, AI and everything, it's there, it's printed, it's for free, you can have it, and I'll pass you to my next colleague.
Thank you.
Okay.
Mr. Rakesh.
Yeah, there are a lot of innovations happening. I mean, I'll pick up a couple of them and explain where it is heading across. So, in terms of the digitalization of the industries, one of the major thing happening is on the AI-driven predictive analytics. The entire ecosystem is moving from a predictive to be a prescriptive analytics. So, what essentially happens is, as I said in my previous point, that how the data can be amassed from the machines. So you have a lot of data. From this particular data, rather than saying that as a predictive failure, when a failure comes, what is the prescriptive activity which the system can suggest? So this is where, as Engineer Badr was also saying, the system will be able to prescribe and it will become an autonomous system. So it will self-optimize by itself. So what is that impact on the organization? The financial cost of expenditure will get reduced. You will have more optimal production happening. So because of which the ROI on such investments will be heavy. So this is one. I have short of time. I'll quickly get into the second point. The second point is from the intelligent supply chain and the logistics. So here is again one more inventions are happening in terms of wearable computings, and you would have seen many of the stalls here where the warehouse facilities can be much automated, which will help you to improve your inventory turnovers.
Thank you. And last word from you, Mr. Abdulaziz. You've actually got 3.5 minutes.
Okay. So I think I will end up with a real case that we have in the manufacturing, applying AI. We work with the food factory. So the process of the food factory is basically to start from mixing material, and then oven, and then stacking, and then cutting, and then packaging. Okay. So we sit together and we discuss about connecting that line. And I ask him simple questions. Where do you think your bottlenecks? If I increase your production today by 10%, would you handle it? Said, my problem is with the oven. Because the oven, I cannot change it. It's like a certain time. I was like, okay, let's have the smart technologies that NOMAS have, plug that sensors, and pass it to the AI, and we will see what the system can tell. Guess what? 25 years of experience, they think the bottleneck is from the oven, but it turns out from the packaging. So why? Because humans are driven by emotional, but system not. It's a binary. So today, if I pass all these information to an AI tools, it can tell me and predict for me things that I'm not aware of. Now, based on that scenario, think of a factory that adopting new technologies today compared to one, none. It will be like a Nokia and Apple. Basically, you will be out of the market. Why? Because you're not adapting. So these are some of the stories, and we always have with the manufacturing. And our team, innovator, and we get our hand dirty at the factory. So we are not more theoretical on paper. No, we know what's going on inside the factory, each sector, and we know the process, and from there we take it on. So if you wanted to make your factory smart, please reach to us.
Smart up with Abdulaziz, right?
Yeah,
oh yes, Mr. Sharif.
If you
please.
just, the good thing about technology that always factories see the result as a POV. Usually technology people easily can set up and help you without, you don't have to commit and buy it. And that's really good, I like about the technology now, that you can try the technology in your factory and get proof of value, which is very important.
And Engineer Badr, you wanted to say something. I've got this feeling you've got an itch.
I just want to say that the room for improvement is always there. The technology as a tool is always available. The value will be realized way sooner than any CEO or MD, owner of a business, would realize. It will be reflected on the top line, the revenues, the excellence of the operation, and the quality of a product. I finished on time.
Wow.
I did.
000. Excellent.
Thank you.
You guys were fantastic. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank
Let's
you.
give him a big round of applause, yeah? Thank you. Thank you. And can I ask you to step into the middle of the stage and we're going to do a photograph? Thank you.